I often teach people when it comes to content, right? Because if you think about marketing in general, you have a list of people that you're trying to get that list to know you, like you, and trust you. And tactically, how do you get people to know, like, and trust you is through staying in touch with them through different mediums of distribution, whether it's social, print, face-to-face, voice-to-voice type idea. And I teach people the concept of the 3 E's of content: education, entertainment, and endearment. And I think everybody naturally gets education, which is promoting stuff around your business, renovation tips, market updates, stuff like that. Most people get entertainment. They might do a recipe, showcase local events. Very few get endearment as a campaign from a marketing standpoint. Now, I know, Stephen, we do a whole campaign with the food bank there in Lynchburg, Virginia. Can you walk people through that thing that you guys do in your community?
Yeah, so we've partnered with, and we've known the lady that runs the Agape Center for a while. And so for the last 3 years now, we've been just providing food to the homeless and the needy. And that's been great because it's really, it comes back to authenticity and purpose, obviously, right? But it gets you out there to show, what you really care about, right? That you actually care about the community that's not related to a sell, right? And so it's just a relationship based tactic that's based on authenticity, right, of giving back to the community. And we've seen a lot of great success from that. We basically send out postcards to the community and say they can drop it off, food at our office and, canned goods and stuff. And then we'll go door knocking through certain communities as well and send out emails to our sphere and so on and so forth. But that's been a great way to connect with our community, and ultimately we've gotten business from it.
And then when you guys had, I know the last time we ran this, I forget if it was November or October timeframe. You guys had people dropping by your office with canned goods, and what were they telling you when they're dropping off the canned goods? They're telling you, "We love what you're doing in the community." And there's this effect in psychology for people to understand that are listening to this called the halo effect. Which we all kind of understand in just nature. Like when you hear that someone goes to church, you naturally assume stuff about them. When you see that someone is helping the homeless, you naturally assume stuff about them, and you associate that good with everything else they do in business, whether it's true or not true. I mean, there's a lot of people that do good, associate with stuff that are good, that are not good. But the point being is that the halo effect transcends, and I often give the analogy when I talk to people, or the example, I shouldn't say analogy, the example of watch the Fortune 50, Fortune 500 companies. They all have a charity they support. These CEOs are beholden to the stockholders. They're trying to get the stock price to go up, but yet they take marketing dollars and spend it on supporting a charity. And yes, do I believe that they actually want to support that charity? I do. I think there's a good heart there. But these people they're not dumb. These marketers are not dumb. They know the way to move people is through emotion, not logic. And they know that businesses, if you look at where consumers want to do business, they want to do business with businesses of purpose. And most of the time, everything we do in marketing is a business of profit. It's a business of transaction. And this transcends that to give people the ability to showcase this is what I stand for. So if you think about what's practical, food bank, this, recovery house thing that you're talking about, SPCA, if you're really a fan of animals and you have pets, the Boys and Girls Club, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, the church, could be the PTA, the Little League teams. Like there's so many. I think you do work with Little League teams, don't you, Stacy?
I do. So I'm thinking of all these things as you're talking, and it makes me really proud of my team. So we are very well known in our town for. We have kind of adopted an elementary school that's right here that my kids went to. Now my grandkids go to it. We provide, they need water bottles. We have, all my team water bottles, whatever they need, we bring. We sponsor their 5K. I sponsor at least one baseball team, Little League baseball team and football team every season. And that's it gets your name out there. It's all about name recognition. I couldn't say from sponsoring the baseball team that I've gotten, 5 transactions or, contacts or referrals. But I can tell you that wherever we go in the community, people are like, "Oh, you're CC Allwine. Oh, you work for the Allwine team." They all know us, and they know us for positive things. And, I was thinking while you guys were speaking about, we did blessing bags back in the wintertime. And again, I grab my grandkids into that because I enjoy spending so much time with them. And they were just amazing. The community helped so much because we put it out there on social media. We were doing this. I mean, my office, like every time I showed up my office, there were like boxes of things to put in the blessing bags. And just yesterday, one of my granddaughters, we saw like a homeless person just sitting on the side of the road, and she's like, "Do we have a blessing bag?" And like, we don't have any, but we need to do that again. And they put so much thought into, next time we should put this in there, or we should add, this in there because it would be so good for them. And you know what? All of that like gets like you said, our community involved. They see what we're doing. People are always like, wow, you do so much. I feel like I could do so much more. But I just think we have that reputation for being the people that somebody can call on.
Yeah, it's so good. Everybody should know the stat. 81% of sellers choose the first business that they think of in real estate. So the first first agent they interview for selling their home, 81% of consumers will go with that agent.
Hey, Stay Paid listeners, wasn't that a great clip?
It sure was, Josh. And if you want to hear the full episode, make sure you click right here.
Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.
Come on, click right here.
It's right here.
Yeah.
We got you.
Right here.
It's not that hard. Go ahead.